Hey y'all, what's up? And welcome to a little review of DDTS episode 566. This is going to be a review edition, and I wanted to elaborate on a couple of things. I'm going to try not to let this be too long. I just wanted to do a review on WWE SummerSlam Night 1, which was last night, August the 2nd, 2025. For those of you that you have been watching my content for a great amount of time, you will automatically know that I am a big time WWE wrestling fan in general. And I just want to say, and I'm just going to elaborate on my opinion for WWE SummerSlam 2025 Night 1. Night 2 will be premiering tonight on Peacock. So make sure that you have your Peacock subscription. But first, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe button, and that notification bell so you will get notified when I have new content available. Now let's go ahead and get into this video. First and foremost, I hope y'all are having a wonderful Sunday. I hope y'all are having a wonderful weekend. I was debating if I wanted to do a review on this, but I said, you know what, let me go ahead and do a review on this. I'm going to try to do more of these. As a person that is a big wrestling fan, when I think of wrestling, I think of Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, The Rock, and many, many others. Chyna, Lita, Deborah, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Andre the Giant, and so many legends. But now that we are in a new decade, and now that we are in a new era, I really feel like we have wrestlers now that has really worked their hardest that led a mark. And I just want to thank all the eras and all the peoples that was wrestling in all those times that made our childhoods, that made the memories worth watching. But now, we're finna go ahead and get into this video. SummerSlam was first made in 1988 or 1987, something like that. Pretty close to it. But let's go ahead and get into this video. Now, the first match that I want to discuss, yes, I have a picture of Night 1 that I'm finna elaborate on real quickly. The first match that I'm going to elaborate on and that I'm going to discuss, Roman Reigns versus Jay versus Braun tag team match. I will say this. It was good to see that match. It was good to see Jay and Roman teaming together over again because they was both part of the bloodline. And I think that was a wonderful match. Now, I will say this. I'm a fan of Jey Uso. I'm a fan of Roman Reigns. Braun, not so much. And his partner, not so much. I really am glad that they won the match. The match was okay, but it wasn't all that. But I wasn't really expecting these matches to be how they was. I will say the matches was pretty much mediocre. They were mediocre. They was just there. And if you ever notice, the matches were short as they usually is. You know, they're not usually this short at the pay-per-views. But I guess, and I understand, maybe because Part 2 is the night of SummerSlam, so I really don't know, but that was a good match. Okay, match 2, I think it consisted of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Sorry, y'all. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus the Judgment Day. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. They defended their titles against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss became successful after defeating Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez in their numerous tag team match. Congratulations to Charlotte Flair. Congratulations to Alexa. I will say this, I'm happy that they won the match. But my question is this, how long do you guys think, how long do anybody think and know will they keep their titles? How long do you think Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss will keep their titles? I'm happy that they won them. I really want to see what this storyline consists of. I gotta watch more of Friday Night SmackDown because I like Friday Night SmackDown pretty much more than Monday Night Raw. So congratulations to the judge. Forgive me, y'all. Congratulations to Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. The third match that I believe it was consistent of was Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. I'm not going to say too much on that because I know of Sami Zayn. I know a lot about Sami Zayn to know that he is a wonderful performer and he's been in wonderful and legendary matches, and Sami Zayn came out with the victory. Congratulations, Sami Zayn. I don't know too much about Karrion Kross, but he put out some good moves in the matches as well. So congratulations to Sami Zayn. The match that is next that I watched that I really didn't pay attention to. Basically, whatever match that came on, I was basically going through my phone, scrolling through my phone and looking at the TV because the matches just was not speaking to me. The only match that really caught my eye that I really paid attention to would have to be the match between Gunther versus CM Punk. But I'm gonna elaborate on that in just a few minutes. But back to Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. Now, that match was pretty cool, and that match was pretty good, if I may say so myself. The reason I was basically glued to that match because of Randy Orton. I'm a big Randy Orton fan. Like, Randy Orton is like one of my favorite wrestlers, multi-time champion, future Hall of Famer, wonderful performer. He was the youngest world heavyweight champion at the age of 24 years old when he defeated Chris Benoit. And he basically still to this day is one of the greatest of all times, you know, being in Evolution and making his own name, well known and everything, and the tutelage that, you know, he took from Ric Flair, Triple H, Batista, and his daddy, Cowboy Bob Orton, who was a Hall of Famer, and everything. So, you know, of course I'm going to watch that match because Randy Orton was in it, and it was a good match. Although that they didn't win the match, although Randy Orton and Jelly Roll was not successful, they did not win. I'm not going to be like, man, they did not win at all. I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to say, you know, basically, I thought they was going to win. They really put out all the stops that they did in their match. But Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre came out with the victory. And let's be honest, I have more respect for Drew McIntyre, and I have a lot of respect for Randy Orton. I barely know Jelly Roll, but Logan Paul, I think he's just a waste. I think he's just a waste of talent to me. No tea, no shade, but I think Logan Paul, he's just a waste of talent and needs to go back and do more blogging and whatever it is that he do outside. Although he has won the United States Championship or Intercontinental Championship and he's been in some matches, although he can fight a little bit, it's just something about Logan Paul that's just don't do it for me. And I have more respect for Drew McIntyre, a lot of respect for Randy Orton and Jelly Roll, even though I barely know him. But that was a intense match. Now the next match that I'm going to elaborate on, y'all, I don't know too much about this match. I watched the match. I watched the. Hold on, y'all. I watched the match. How do I? Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So this match that I'm going to elaborate on now. This match did not last a good bit. This match was quite disappointing. And I have so much to share on this match. I got so much to share on this match till it's not even funny, y'all. Okay, so this match consists of Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton has held that belt for almost 300 days, but I think she is holding it for 200 and some days. Okay, so the match was Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill, correct? I had a lot of problems with this match. And everything. I really did. I had a lot of problems and issues with this match. And that was this. Although the match was okay, it was 7 minutes. But this my thing. How is you going to have Jade Cargill beat Asuka for the Queen of the Ring, but lose to Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam? And the match was 7 minutes. That really had me like, really? I really thought that we was going to see a new women's champion. Don't get me wrong. I like the fact that Tiffany Stratton is the WWE Women's Champion. Like, she's a wonderful performer. I don't know much of her. I'm not going to trash talk her. I'm not going to drag her, anything like that. But at this point, I really feel that, I thought Jade was going to win, but apparently she did not. I really feel like down the line, Jade might get the opportunity again to go one-on-one with Tiffany Stratton. But I feel like if she do, she may win this match, allegedly, for the championship. And then I really feel like her and Bianca Belair might go one-on-one and be in a rivalry. That's what I'm feeling. But I could be wrong. But that match was very disappointing to me. I like the fact that Jade, she came out for her entrance. She had on this Jamaican attire because I think, she's Jamaican and she is paying tribute and homage to her heritage, her roots and everything, her background, which is amazing. I love the attire. Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill put on one of the most, they put on a good match, but I hate that it was short. I thought Jade Cargill was going to win. Tiffany Stratton retained. But at the end of the day, I will say congratulations to Tiffany Stratton. And a lot of people have been dragging Jade Cargill, saying that she is a trashy wrestler. Like they say she can't wrestle, she can't do this and that and the third. I will say this. Jade Cargill has been a world champion, but not in the WWE. She has in AEW, but she has been a 2-time tag team champion with Bianca Belair. So I'm not going to call Jade a I'm not gonna call Jade a trashy wrestler. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna say she's a bad wrestler or anything like that. But I am going to say that they can use her a little better. They can make her out to be one of, a person that is willing, that is wanting to fight for the championship pretty much. But I'm gonna say this as well. What makes me mad, like what made me mad about this whole situation with Jade Cargill, they had her when she was in a rivalry with Naomi. They had Jade like she was this big powerhouse, like she had to jump on, have to overpower Naomi every week when they was both on SmackDown. When Naomi was on SmackDown before she went to Raw and before she won the World Women's Championship. And I'm like, wow, y'all really gonna make Jade to be this big powerhouse, overpowering Naomi or this and then the third. But y'all had her win the Queen of the Ring, and beat Oscar. But when it came to Tiffany Stratton, it didn't go like that at all. So I had a lot of problems with that match, and that's one of the issues that I had. I really feel like, a lot of people go to different wrestling companies and promotions because they get tired of being overlooked, and they know their worth. They know that they can fight. They know that they are worthy of winning big championships. How you gonna take, the thing with me is, how you gonna take a lister, a big 100, and they are worthy of championship gold, world championships, the WWE championships, this and that and third. It's basically like you taking one of the biggest peoples that have won numerous championships, that have made names for themselves, and you basically just dropping them to a C and B average kind of thing. But I know that might not make any sense to y'all. So I'm just gonna be honest. But that match it was okay. I'm not gonna lie. That match I was quite disappointed in the match pretty much. But that's it for the Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton match. Okay, I'm not going to elaborate on this last match that I'm going to discuss. I'm just going to basically put it out there. Gutler versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk won. Seth Rollins came out like he was still injured with his cane or this and that and the third. When he was about to leave, he removed the cane and removed the leg brace, came in, attacked CM Punk with the briefcase, cashed in, and won the World Heavyweight Championship. That's probably was about the only interesting thing that really was amazing last night at SummerSlam, aside from Cardi B being the guest host for 2 nights in a row. That was one of the most pretty much popping ovations that I really have seen that was really happening. That's probably one of the most eye-watching things that happened last night. When CM Punk won the World Heavyweight Championship, I was happy. He won. But he didn't get to hold it for too long because of Seth Rollins who cashed in, who I thought that was injured. But I will say this, CM Punk losing the World Heavyweight Championship, that's basically, to me, I might be wrong, but this is my opinion. I think that's his karma for what he did to Jeff Hardy back in 2009 on SmackDown when they was in a rivalry. I'm just saying. Just basically his karma for how he did Jeff Hardy. You know, when Jeff Hardy was the World Heavyweight Championship, he told Jeff he ain't worthy of being a World Heavyweight Champion. He's not World Heavyweight Champion material. Something that, because I was watching back then too. CM Punk did Jeff so wrong, and I really feel that is his karma for losing the World Heavyweight Championship. I know it was work, but still, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it. I can't say congratulations to CM Punk because he's not the World Heavyweight Champion, because he didn't hold that belt for very long. But I will say congratulations to Seth Rollins. And I don't know what this is, y'all, but Seth Rollins said in an interview that he does not like CM Punk for real. You think that all of this, them was going back and forth, was a work? No, they really cannot stand each other. Especially Seth Rollins cannot stand CM Punk. I think the thing is this. I think the reason Seth Rollins said that he can't stand CM Punk is because the fact that he left the company back in 2013, 2014, or something like that, with the belt, with the WWE belt. And I think when he did that pipe bomb or something like that, I might be getting close to it, but it's one of the two. But Seth Rollins basically said and explained allegedly he do not like CM Punk. He do not like Phil Brooks. Phil Brooks is CM Punk's real name. He do not like CM Punk. I know it's a lot of people that's not a fan of CM Punk, and I'm pretty sure CM Punk can care damn it less about any of it. I'm just saying, because you know, when it comes to CM Punk being on the microphone or in interviews, he's pretty raw when it comes to talking about these superstars and stuff in the WWE or any wrestling promotion. So that's just my opinion on that. But congratulations to Seth Rollins. And I'm very excited for tonight's part 2 of SummerSlam 2025. If you guys like me doing these type of reviews on the WWE and wrestling or anything else, y'all put it in the comments and let me know, because that will determine if I should do more of these. I'm kind of enjoying this more than actually being on camera, because I can remember everything. I can say everything that needs to be said. I won't forget or anything like that. So y'all, let me know in the comments. Do y'all want me to do more reviews on this when it comes to WWE pay-per-views and episodes of shows like Raw and SmackDown and stuff like that and other stuff? Please put it in the comments. And I forgot this. Cardi B hosted SummerSlam last night, and she will be hosting tonight. Let me know what y'all think. What did y'all think of SummerSlam 2025 Night 1? Please put it in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. And this has been WWE SummerSlam review video of DDTS 366. I love y'all, and I will see y'all on the next one. Love y'all. Thank you. Bye-bye.